I hereby do call to order this convening of the Washington and Lee Student Judicial Council here in Congress today to rule on the hearing of the case of Washington and Lee University versus Ms. Jessica Martin. Now, before we get down to business, I believe we should all take this opportunity to welcome our newest member to her first ever SJC hearing. It is with distinct pleasure to welcome you here, Miss Chelsea Goodyear Brisbane?
Chastity Goodson Briswell.
right, my apologies, ma'am. Now, down to business. We are gathered today to rule on a potential breaking of the honor code established by our glorious leader, General R.E. Lee. Peace and blessings be upon him. Ms. Jessica Martin, a second-year student. Ms. Martin has been accused of physically assaulting another student over the matter of a mutual romantic partner. Now, I will open the floor to opening comments.
I believe that we should call the reliability of the defendant's testimony into question.
Yeah, let's let Joe start it off, as always.
Hey, now, Chad, you know the rules. That's a warning.
I'm sorry, what rule is that?
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. We have a strict rule here against sarcasm or condescension. We find it is not productive in matters of serious discussion. Oh, and sweetheart, condescension means talking down to someone. That's settled. James, I think you have a very good point. The defendant, a Miss Amanda Holtzclaw, is apparently not held in the highest regard by her fellow students. Chad, could you give us a few brief facts about Miss Holtzclaw?
Right, so Miss Holtzclaw is a third-year physics major from Milksboro, Arkansas. She is a member of Chi Omega sorority and a staff member on the Ringtum Phi, 2.9 GPA, and C-cup set of knockers.
I'm sorry, what was that last one?
Her cup size, darling. Do try and keep up.
How is that relevant?
I believe that's fairly self-evident.
Miss Goodhead is correct. I believe Miss Holtzclaw's blouse puppies are beyond reproach. What of her more relevant qualities, Chad?
Well, I believe my bro Brad can really kick it off from here.
I did witness Miss Holtzclaw on Thursday night at Old House. I did observe her dancing up upon my person. At that time, I did observe that she was suffering from a severe case of white girl bug.
This is most certainly disturbing. Was a follow-up made?
I conducted extensive interviews with 3 of Miss Holtzclaw's previous partners of a sexual nature, and I did determine that that ass is, in fact, pancake in nature.
Well, this does call into question the entirety of her testimony.
Well, can I just say, as a fellow physics major...
I'm so sorry. You were being serious. I swear, the things they let women do these days. Anyway, continue.
Right, well, as a fellow physics major, can I just say I've had several classes with Jessica and the other witness in this case, whom we all seem to be forgetting, Professor Jenkins, and I don't think either of them would lie about a situation as serious as this.
Yes, thank you, Chester Breastwell. Mr. Jenkins has been a professor at this here establishment for the past 10 years, and I don't think we could ever impugn her honor as a protector and educator of our revered honor system. I mean, I don't think there's a man alive who would impugn her honor by that sweet, sweet rack of hers.
I move that we motorboat the Zongas in question.
Motion to motorboat granted. believe that's a fair point. With that out of the way, I believe the last factor we have yet to approach is the attractiveness of the defendant. Chad, could you please briefly fill us in?
Well, personally, I find her form very well maintained, and I was actually hoping to hook up with her this weekend at late night.
Wait, bro, really?
Yeah, bro.
Well, in that case,
Well, I believe that this is all settled. I hereby do clear Ms. Jessica Martin of all charges pending her status of sexual intercourse with Chad following this weekend's late night.
You're just gonna let her go.
why?
Brad invoked the sacred notion of cock block, a measure created by Lee himself. Peace and blessings be upon him to ensure that no man's cock is left blocked by any woman of the SJC.
Lee made this rule.
Yes, of course. Unless that story, like most of this school's history, is apocryphal.
And you call that justice? Any of this? This court of rampant sexism used to uphold a doctrine from a time when parents still negotiated gender relations. You lock yourself in monosex towers, creating stupid ideas about what women are and are not. Ugh, this makes me sick. I quit. And I'm transferring to Sarah Lawrence.
You see, this is why women cannot be on SJC. They just cannot make the hard decisions.
SJC meeting. Hashtag, can't believe I'm not guilty.